This is the tipping point. After about 2 to 3 weeks without adequate food, the psychological shift accelerates dramatically. People you have known for years will begin to look at you, your children, your home, not with friendship, but with a cold, calculating assessment of what you have and how they can take it. Understanding this biological process is not an academic exercise. It is a critical survival tool. It allows you to depersonalize the threat. The person at your door is not necessarily your neighbor, Bob, acting out of evil intent. It is a biological organism in the grips of a starvation response. This understanding allows you to make the hard decisions necessary for your own family's protection without being paralyzed by misplaced sentiment. You must see the situation for what it is, a conflict between your prepared, rational mind and their desperate, primitive one. Recognizing this descent into savagery in others is the first step to ensuring you do not fall victim to it. Every prepper who is truly honest with themselves knows that this day might come. It is a theoretical point in the future, a dark star on the horizon of your planning. We call it the moral event horizon. Like the event horizon of a black hole, it is a point of no return. It is the moment you are forced to make a decision so profound that it will fundamentally and permanently alter who you are as a human being. Once you cross it, you can never go back to being the person you were before. For most, this moment arrives the first time you must look a genuinely desperate, starving person in the eye and tell them no. That first time you refuse to help will become a ghost that haunts you for the rest of your life. You will replay the conversation over and over in your mind. You will see the pleading in their eyes, hear the desperation in their voice, and feel the crushing weight of your refusal. You will be tormented by the what ifs. What if I had given them just a little? What if I could have done something different? This single act of self-preservation will feel like a betrayal of every moral and social code you were ever taught. It will feel like you have failed a fundamental test of your own humanity. And in a way, you have. You have chosen survival over compassion. But if you are to survive a long-term collapse, you will have to make that choice again and again and again. With each refusal, a small piece of your old self chips away. A callus begins to form over your heart. The second time is easier than the first. The 10th time is easier than the second. Eventually, you may reach a point where you can look into the hollow eyes of a hungry neighbor and feel nothing but a cold, logical relief that their problem is not your family's problem. This hardening is not a sign of evil. It is a necessary adaptation for survival in a brutal new world. But you must not fool yourself. It is a profound and irreversible change. This is the true, unspoken price of preparation. It is not the money you spent on supplies. It is not the hours you spent training. The real cost is the person you must become to protect what you have built. You are forced to amputate a part of your own empathy to stop the infection of desperation from spreading to your own family. The moral event horizon is the moment you accept this terrible surgery as necessary. You cross it knowing that you are leaving a part of your soul behind. The only question that remains is whether you can live with the person you become on the other side. The psychological toll of surviving while others around you are suffering and dying is immense. It creates a profound and permanent shift in how you view the world, your community, ultimately yourself. Once you have been forced to categorize your neighbors not as friends, but as assets, threats, liabilities, you can never go back to the simple, trusting worldview of the past. The suburban dad who used to borrow your lawnmower is now mentally filed away as a potential home invader with 2 able-bodied sons. The friendly woman who organized the neighborhood block party is now a potential organizer of a mob. Every person becomes a variable in a complex and deadly equation. This tactical mindset, while necessary for survival, will bleed into every corner of your consciousness. You will find yourself constantly assessing, calculating, and planning. You will watch people from your window not with idle curiosity, but with the focused intensity of a predator studying its prey. You will notice things you never saw before, their weaknesses, their routines, their vulnerabilities. This constant state of heightened vigilance is exhausting, and it slowly rewrites your personality. The open, friendly person you once were is buried under layers of suspicion and strategic calculation. You are becoming harder, colder, and more ruthless because the environment demands it. The most disturbing part of this transformation is when you catch a glimpse of yourself in the mirror and do not fully recognize the person staring back. You see the hardness in your own eyes. You see the grim set of your jaw. You realize that you are now capable of things that would have horrified your former self. You have thought about how you would defend your home with lethal force. You have planned for the possibility of killing people you know. You have accepted that your family's life is worth more than theirs. This acceptance creates a ghost that will live inside you forever. It is the ghost of the person you were forced to become. This is the ultimate paradox of the prepper's journey. In your quest to save your family from the monsters outside, you risk becoming a monster yourself.